Vet price update. Let's get into it. So Chris, today we're going to be taking a cheeky look at VeChain and specifically the VET token. We have seen a pretty good sizable rally today, and we thought it was an important kind of time to do a bit of a price update on the VET token. If you find this video useful and informative, then do go ahead and hit that like button. We both really do appreciate it. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with all of the technical analysis, new cryptocurrencies and hidden gems that we talk about here at Cheeky Crypto, then do consider subscribing to the channel. By subscribing, you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything we do here at Cheeky Crypto. It is free and you'll stay well informed, so why not? Chris, is there anything else you would like to add before we jump down to the charts and start taking a look at what's going on here with the VET token?
No, just a nice thing to wake up and see happening. So yeah, let's just get straight into it, Nick.
Fantastic. Right. So here we are. This is VeChain to the USDT, and this is the daily chart, and we're using Binance as our data source. We are specifically talking about the VET coin in this particular piece of analysis, not so much the VeChain, so the V4 token, okay, or the V4 coin. We are going to be talking just about VET, and VET has been doing a pretty good job rallying to the upside. And so we've seen here is a 22-day rally to the upside that got to a previous all-time high, and that came in at 9.9 cent, and that was a move of 176%. We then had a 13-day sideways trade, just healthy kind of correction, taking us down to that 0.618 area of the Fibonacci retracement. Okay, and we can see that clearly here on the chart. Now our Fib retracement goes down from, or starts from the 28th of February, rallies to that high up here on the 22nd of March, right? And I said that was a 176% move, and we came down just to rest on that 618 area before rallying again. And it was on the 5th of April that we actually rallied past that former high, set a few additional new all-time highs, Chris, which was fantastic. We had a consistent rally up here, and on the 7th we actually got to a pretty good level. I think it was like 12.1 cents, something like that, if I just hover above this candle. 12.1 cent was the high, so a new all-time high was set on the 7th of April. We had a bit of a pullback that day because Bitcoin was also correcting. And then the very next day, we started rallying again. And today, we've taken the VET token even higher. So again, we've set another all-time high with the VET token. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the 4-hourly and the hourly charts as well, just to see where things are going. Is this rally potentially ending anytime soon, or is it going to continue a bit higher? So what we're going to do is we're just going to point out a few things on this daily chart to start with. One, the volumes have actually decreased in the last couple of days, although the prices are going up. So the volumes are only have decreased, but it is pure buying pressure at this point, so that's interesting. And obviously the big red candle worth of volume coming down as well, so that was quite a high candle and high volume there. So ultimately the volumes are in a pretty good spot right here on the daily chart, considering the entire market was kind of tanking at one point along with Bitcoin. Now the RSI, Chris, that's actually in overbought status. We are overbought with this particular coin. Okay, the VET coin here is overbought, but we have still got a little bit more room on this RSI to grow if we need to. So potentially could be coming towards a bit of an end of a rally here. I'm anticipating 13.8 cent is my price target. We can see that from the Fibonacci extension level here. And that's where I'm thinking this rally is potentially going to end. Hopefully it won't have pullback before we get there. Hopefully we'll get that in before we have to have that healthy correction. So we're going to watch that space quite closely. There's a little bit more room on this RSI, not too much more. We're currently 75. I think we can probably take it to about 80 before it gets correcting. Now, let's pull this down into our 4-hourly view, and here we can see that we've just entered that world of overbought on that RSI. And again, we can take this thing to roughly around the 80 level, and currently it's at 73. So loads of room still here up for grabs. We can see how our blue line on this RSI, this 37.41, has been working nicely for us as well. So we're not going below there on that 4-hourly chart. Now we have that 50 moving average, the 100 moving average, and the 200 moving average, these three lines just here. And the 50 moving average has been acting as a bit of either resistance or support. So it's been resistance over here, a bit of resistance, support over here, and has been acting as support here. Now we've actually rallied quite a way away from all of those averages, so we are above average at this point. And I have marked on here a yellow line that comes in at 12.1, which was that previous high that we had over here. But we also had a bit of a back test, and I'll show you that on the hourly at a minute. So 12.1 is looking like a good area of support. So I am anticipating a bit of a pullback on a short-term range, Chris, and I think that's going to be healthy. We'll just pull back probably to 12.1, then that should give us enough momentum to take us to 13.8. So the volumes here as well on this 4-hourly chart are actually decreasing, which is helping to protect the price in that new area that we've just discovered, which is good. And obviously over time, that macro view of volume is obviously decreasing. Okay, so that's a good sign in terms of kind of protecting the price up there as well as best we can. So volumes are okay. RSI is overbought, so we are going to be expecting a bit of a reversal soon. I still think there's a little bit more room in the tank there. And obviously we can see the candles doing quite well here, approaching our first price target. Now, when I pull this down into our 1-hourly view, you can see we're getting a bit of a reversal straight away here. Okay, so this RSI got to as high as 76 and it has started to come down for a correction here. But that's okay because that gives us a little bit of room here to correct this hourly, which will then allow us to go back up again. So, and again, we have that 37.41 RSI line, our support line here, and we bounced from there earlier. So that happened, I think, on the 7th of April, Chris, and we actually pointed it out that that was going to be a good rally that we've seen here. So the volumes were quite steady here. They kind of didn't do much, and then today they've rallied quite well. Now, I marked that 12.1 cent, that yellow line across here, because we actually had a back test. Once we broke through that line, we actually came down and retested 12.1 and then rallied up from there. So I'm thinking we're going to come down and potentially test that 12.1 cent again, and that will be flipping this into support. And that correction to 12.1 from 12.7 that we are at the point of recording this video should be enough to actually get our RSI corrected on this hourly to a pretty good place where we can then start to take that price back up again and take out that 13.8 cent area. And I think once we get to that 13.8, I think there'll be a bigger correction that might have to be, accounted for. And we'll have to see what the charts are showing us once we get there. But things are looking pretty good on this hourly chart. I think we're having a healthy kind of correction. We can see that on these RSI as we record this video. And 12.1 is where I'm expecting a bounce from, and we should then start to climb back up again. So nothing I am too concerned with here on this hourly. So let's pull this back to our daily here and just kind of take a look at what's going on. Right, if I just pull this price target down to our current price, we're about 9.5%, Chris, away from that price target, so really close. We are about, ultimately, just under 60% move to our second price target of 20 cent. And then, if I just put this down to our current price as well, that third price target of 26.5 cent is 109% move. So there's still a huge amount of gains on the table here. We're barely taking out that first price target of 13.8. Once we get that, we'll be addressing that 20 cent area. And then obviously from there, we'll probably have a look at getting that 26.5. Reset the Fibonacci's and see exactly what's going on long term for the rest of 2021. But right now things are heating up nicely. We have got a good all-time high, a bit of a healthy correction on the 1 hourly, I think, down to that 12.1. From the 12.1 we should bounce and go to 13.8, and then from 13.8 I think maybe a steeper correction is going to be needed. Hopefully I'm wrong on that. Maybe we'll continue to rally up a little bit and back test on 13.8. That would be good to see. One thing's for certain, Chris, things are definitely heating up quite nicely. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just throw on from down here to where we are, our high point. That was basically a 50% move there from our standard kind of range of our correction through to where we are today. So really good move there. So if we take it from our low of here through to where we are, that's actually doing quite well for us. So still lots of gains on the table here, Chris. You should be really happy, your biggest bag after all. And yeah, and anything else you want to leave the guys with? I'm not concerned about anything on the charts. All the technicals are looking pretty good and everything's should be coming up quite nicely here for the VET token.
Yeah, nothing to really add. I just hope that the news keeps coming, and I'm just bullish on this. I have been for a long time, even when it was lower than a cent. And patience is sort of starting to pay in rewards, right?
Absolutely. So guys, hopefully you have found this video useful, informative. If you have, then do go ahead and hit that like button. We both really do appreciate that. And of course, if you want to stay, up to date with all of those hidden gems, new cryptocurrencies, and do consider subscribing to the channel. By subscribing, you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything we do here at Cheeky Crypto. It is free and you'll stay well informed, so why not? And with that being said, we hope everyone has a fantastic day and we'll catch you all in the next one.
Yeah, take care.